What's going on, everyone? It's your boy Ron back with DFS Greatness. I'm here to give you great lineups, great picks. Let's have a great night, man. Week 5 is here. Let's get to it, man. Before I start my video off, if you like the content, like what you see, subscribe to my channel, like the page, hit that notification bell, though, man, because I'm giving you guys 5 picks, great lineups, man. And shout out to one of my sponsors, man. I drive 615. If you're in the Nashville area looking for a ride, why use Uber when you can use I drive 615? It's 615-638-0613. Let's get to it. Week 5, man. Fantastic plays. Let's get to the quarterbacks. I'm gonna break each position like I normally do, of plays that I like and everything. Okay, at the quarterback position is 7100. You got Lamar Jackson. He's probably in a good matchup going against Pittsburgh. I'm not gonna lie. Everybody talking about Pittsburgh. Oh, Pittsburgh defense is back against Cincinnati Bengals. Come on now, they was doing Wildcat like it wasn't nothing. Cincinnati was getting done Wildcat. They was doing Wildcat on Cincinnati. That was terrible. But I think Lamar Jackson should be in a bounce back game, and he should be in a good matchup. Also, you got Deshaun Watson. I was in Atlanta last weekend. I went to watch the Titans play, and Mariota looked like he won 2 Super Bowls. How he was playing against the Atlanta Falcons. Definitely feel like Deshaun Watson can have a bounce back game going against Atlanta Falcons. Just was been killing Deshaun Watson so much, man. His offensive line is terrible. So like Will Fuller, DeAndre Hopkins, they have not been eating. But I know Atlanta secondary is not good at all. So I feel like Deshaun Watson should have a bounce back game against Atlanta. Do not see the wrong with playing him at all. And also, you got Tom Brady at 6,500. That's so expensive. I would not pay that for him against a Washington defense. Is terrible. Because you got Tom Brady going against third worst defense overall, and they give the third most fantasy points to quarterbacks. So, you know, I wouldn't pay that for him. I go another direction. And also, you got Kyler Murray at the 6,300 price tag. His defense, they all allowed around 19 points to quarterbacks. Cincinnati defense is terrible. You seen that Monday night. That was like one of the worst Monday night games I saw in a long time. Wasn't good at all to watch. But the quarterback that I like is Jameis Winston, man. He been playing like a good quarterback, man. Not turning the ball over, not forcing passes. Have been very consistent. Have not been throwing interceptions. I mean, he threw a pick six last week, but they still put up 55 points against the Rams. Jameis Winston averaging 21 and a half fantasy points a game. Last 2 games, 33 and 30 fantasy points. Ranks fourth in deep ball passes, getting around 6 deep ball passes a game. And I'm going against the Saints 10th worst defense overall, and they give up the second most points to quarterbacks. And he getting around 3.5 rush attempts a game. Definitely like Jameis Winston in a fantastic matchup against New Orleans with no Drew Brees. I mean, it's going to be back in the Big Easy. I mean, the New Orleans will have the defense, but at the end of the day, I feel like Jameis Winston got Godwin on one side, Mike Evans, and he got weapons. And they got Teddy Bridgewater. And another quarterback I do like is Carson Wentz going against New York Jets. They had a bye last week, so I feel like Winston, you know, should be back. I mean, the Jets had a bye week last week, but I feel like Carson Wentz should be in a good matchup going against the Jets at 6,100. That's a good play. I definitely like that because the Jets secondary is terrible. When they played against Odell Beckham and the Browns, they got embarrassed. So I definitely like Carson Wentz. And you got Aaron Rodgers and Dak Prescott at both at 6,000. The quarterback I do feel like have a little bit more upside is Aaron Rodgers, but I don't know if his good weapons going to be playing with turf toe Devontae Adams. If you do not play, you also want to look at other players. If you want to do a stack, Jimmy Graham, Aaron Rodgers did come out and say he want to give Jimmy Graham more targets and everything. So I feel like he will have a better game with giving him the ball because you got Marquez Valdez Scanglin and you got Geronimo Allison. If Devontae Adams do not play, both of those guys will be sleepers. You can just put in your lineup. They're pretty cheap. And also Prescott, he cost me my fantasy game last week. Very depressing. Don't want to talk about him, but at the end of the day, I think Green Bay defense did get exposed last week against the Eagles. So Prescott should have a bounce back game. They're playing in Dallas. Cooper. Zeke, he do have the weapons to compete. It should be a high scoring game. Do not see anything wrong with him. And sleepers, and I like one sleeper that I do like is Andy Dalton, man. I know Monday a lot of people probably like, oh, Andy Dalton. I feel like Andy Dalton can have a bounce back game. I do not see nothing wrong with Andy Dalton going that direction with him to save some money because the Cardinals have just about allowing 6.6 yards per play this series. 6 months in the NFL. Arizona defense has been terrible. It's going to be terrible until they get Patrick Peterson back. I don't know if he's going to help or get traded before all that happen. And that's all the quarterbacks that I will mention right now. Nobody else lower than that I will probably play. And let's get to the running back position. At the running back position, say less. Christian McCaffrey. I ain't even gonna talk about him. Y'all know that guy's balling out of his mind. He putting up like MVP numbers. Like he just killing it, man. He's matchup proof. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to paint a picture. Just get your boy McCaffrey in your lineup. And okay, you got Alvin Kamara. I like him a lot, but Tampa Bay defense, man, is pretty good, man. They got Todd Bowles, a former coach and really good defensive minded coach, man, for the defense coordinator position. So I know he know how to take people out of the games. He got good scheme. So that's one thing you want to also keep an eye on. And you got Dalvin Cook. This guy been balling, man. Going against the Giants, A4 defense overall, they give up this 15 most rushing to fantasy. I mean fantasy points to running backs. My bad about that. And he averaged around 26 fantasy points a game, getting 17 rushes a game, and I'm also getting about 4.5 pass targets a game, man. So I definitely like Dalvin Cook this weekend. I'm playing him in my fantasy league. Hopefully he do not go off against me and I will lose. And you got Zeke, man, at 8,300 going against Green Bay. I think he's in a good matchup, but it's just I don't know, man. It just seems like the chemistry right now with Zeke is not looking so good because he missed just about half the summer, by his money and stuff. He just looked, out of sync with the team. Just the chemistry with Zeke is not. He don't look like the Zeke of last year. He was hungry. He got his money, and let's get to it. Barkley's already ruled out. He's doubtful. I seen him little videos early. He's back practicing, so he should make a return week 6. Keep eye on that one. And I think that one of the guys got the best matchups this weekend. David Johnson. Will he be doing a wildcat? You never know. David Johnson, man, his snap. Let me see. David Johnson going against the Cincinnati Bengals, fifth worst defense overall. They give up the second most rushing points to running backs. I'm sorry, and he's averaging around 18.6 a game, man. And last week, 22 rushes. I mean, he averaging 11 rushes a game, man, with 11 targets. So I definitely like David Johnson. It's like this, man. If they beat Cincinnati bad, he's still gonna be in the game to run the ball, and also he's gonna get the targets because they're gonna be short-handed this weekend at receiving. Christian Kirk's out, so he's definitely gonna be a PPR machine. I like David Johnson. That's probably one of the surface plays that I like this weekend. And Melvin Gordon is 7,100. Do not see any. I don't know how his playing gonna be this weekend. Is he gonna get a lot of playing time? Austin Eckler. They still without other guy Jackson. He's still out. I do not see anything wrong with if you want to play Eckler. I just don't know how the count gonna be, but they both in fantastic matchups. I'm pretty sure if Melvin Gordon start, Eckler will still get some clock. Get some snaps in. And I didn't really mention Le'Veon Bell, but against Philadelphia, I think Le'Veon Bell is a safe play if you want to be a little different. And this guy Leonard Fournette, man, went off against the Broncos last week. 200 yards, no rushing touchdown yet, but he hit a real good game. And also Mark Ingram is 6,300. Marcus is in a good spot against the Steelers. Has allowed 113 rushing yards a game, just about 28 fantasy points they're averaging right now. And James Conner is questionable, but if you do not play, you definitely want to get Curtis Samuel on your team. And at the 6,000, 5,900 places, I do like Derrick Henry and Aaron Jones, both of those guys. And I think the Bills have gave up 24 points to back so far this season, averaging. And also you got Aaron Jones, Jamal Williams. I do not think he will play, but Aaron Jones, man, has been like playing pretty good. When they get in the red zone, they definitely will give him some carries to score a touchdown. So I like the usage at that rate. And also, if I did go anybody cheaper, it's 5,500 on Michelle. I like him. We just don't know how the game script will be. He's in a fantastic matchup against Washington. And Devontae Freeman, man, he looked good last week against the Titans. He definitely has looked like he's back to his old ways. If you want to go 5,300 going against Houston, I don't see nothing wrong with it. And you got David Montgomery. His snaps has went up to 45, 65, and 69% over the last 3 weeks, man. And definitely like him going against Oakland Raiders defense. Do not see the wrong with him. And that's about it at the cheap backs. And if you want to go play with somebody, also Chris Thompson, definitely like him 4,600. The PPR, man, that guy been fantastic. Do not see the wrong if you want to play Chris Thompson at all, because that guy, man, been playing pretty good. Because I'm pretty sure the game against the Patriots will get out of hand. You know, he's had got at least 5 targets a game, and he got the second most targets with 28 for running back so far. So I like that right there. If you want to go play Chris Thompson, a cheap play, and that's about it. If you want to go in there cheaper than that, and that's the backs that I like. Okay, you got the receiver position, man. DeAndre Hopkins is under 8K. This is crazy, man. He hasn't had a good game at all. Like I was talking about earlier, his quarterback, Deshaun Watson, don't have time to give him the ball. They got to get him a better offensive line. At least trade some picks against offensive line, because every play Deshaun Watson's running for his life. So I definitely like him against Atlanta. Atlanta secondary really got exposed last week against the Titans. They just was killed them last week. And Julio Jones, whenever he can wake up, have a better game. It just right now, Atlanta offense and chemistry and gelling right now look terrible. I'm pretty sure the coach will get fired in the next few weeks. Or the coach, if they keep losing, he won't make it through the season. However, you went from the Super Bowl to this, terrible. Like I mentioned earlier, Devontae Adams, 7,600. He's questionable, but if he do not play, it's going to be a lot of value. And at 7,100, you got Mike Evans and you got Godwin. Like both of those guys going against New Orleans, man. Godwin, fantasy points 44, 7, and 29. The guy been playing pretty good. They're going against New Orleans. They give up the fourth most points to fantasy points to receivers. Like both of those guys, you put them guys together in a good matchup. Thielen, he went kind of Kirk Cousins went at Kirk Cousins about not giving him the ball, because Kirk Cousins not been playing good at all. And I seen something earlier that Minnesota was talking about just eating the 28 million on that guaranteed contract and just letting him walk, because like Kirk Cousins been looking so bad, throwing dirt balls, just looking bad, and everybody's sleeping on the Giants, man. I think it's gonna be a good game because the Giants' confidence is up. They 2-2, and I don't think they don't slouch in those teams. Y'all should be ready for the Giants, man. Don't sleep on them. I think the Giants are gonna give Minnesota hell. And also you got 6,600. Michael Thomas is so cheap. Going against Tampa Bay, ninth worst defense overall, and they give the sixth most points to receivers, fantasy points. I just feel like their price tag for Michael Thomas, man, is just too cheap. Averaging 19 fantasy points a game, getting around 10 targets, and he got a 93% snap count right now. Michael Thomas in a good spot, man. And also Tyler Boyd going against Arizona, second worst defense overall. He got around 85% snap count. Definitely like Tyler Boyd. And also Julian Edelman and Josh Gordon, man. They give a lot of points to receivers, Washington. I mean, you got Josh Gordon. Who is Josh Gordon? Exactly. And also Larry Fitzgerald, definitely like him too. They give him around 3 touchdowns to slot receivers already. They don't gave up Cincinnati. And like Alshon Jeffrey, the Jets are allowing the 5th most touchdowns to wide receivers. Jets have allowed just about all number 1 wide receivers to go off, with Odell Beckham, John Brown, Edelman. So I definitely like Alshon a lot. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 5,600. If Devontae Adams do not play for somehow, definitely put this guy in your lineup. Do not see the wrong of playing with this guy at all. That's the play. And also at 5,000, Geronimo Allison, Julio Jones. If Matt Ryan somehow can wake up, you guys can stack Julio Jones and Ridley and Matt Ryan together. But they in perfect matchups. I just hopefully it can happen. And also another guy I do like, Cortland Sutton. He been playing pretty good, man. Real pretty good. It should be in a good matchup. I think they're in a must-win because they are not doing good. They be home for us, Denver. And my guy Golden Tate, 4,600, man. This guy probably will be in one of those lineups, millionaire lineups. Golden Tate, 4,600. Do not see the wrong with playing him in your lineup. He's back for suspension. And Golden Tate, it's too cheap for Golden Tate, man. This guy's a hell of a good receiver. And that's the receivers that I like. Okay, let's get to the tight ends. There's a lot of good tight ends out right now. 6,000. You don't have Travis Kelce, because Travis Kelce will be playing in the Sunday night game against the Colts. No Travis Kelce at all. So let me see. Zach Ertz, I like him going against the Jets. Do not see where I'm playing Ertz. Ingram against Minnesota. He's in a good matchup. Ingram has been playing pretty good. And Waller will not touch him at all going against the Chicago Bears, man. That defense is real. And Mark Andrews, he should be in for a bounce back game. We'll go that direction with him. He didn't do nothing do much last week. And Austin Hooper, man, he's second among tight ends in fantasy points right now. Ranks fourth in targets and sixth in red zone scoring. So definitely want to put him in your lineup because really Matt Ryan's check down. He's not if he can't get nothing deep, he's going to Hooper. He's going to Hooper. Like I told you earlier, what Aaron Rodgers said about Jimmy Graham, 4,300. You definitely want to have some exposure to Jimmy Graham going against Dallas. They're not that good against tight ends. Definitely like him. And Greg Olsen going against Jacksonville. 12th worst defense overall, give with 11 most fantasy points to tight ends. He's averaging around 13 fantasy points a game, getting around 7 targets a game. So Greg Olsen, definitely like him at 4,000. And if I did go cheaper for tight end, Delaney Walker, that's Mariota favorite target, 3,900. I feel like Mariota should be trying to get Delaney Walker the ball a little bit because you got Trey White, one of the top corners in the NFL for Buffalo. That guy's a savage, man. He's a dog. And another good tight end you can go with, Jason Witten. He's more scoring dependent. He might get you about 3 or 4 catches if you want to go the direction with him. Jared Cook, man, gave him that money. He's been terrible. And another tight end that I like, Arizona Cardinals. Against tight ends, they getting killed. Going against the Cardinals, they already have allowed 6 touchdowns to tight ends. I might even get out there and play tight end against Arizona. They've been terrible. So you definitely want to get Tyler Alford in your lineup if you can. Hopefully, because on Monday, Dalton was looking for Alfred, threw him a few touchdowns in the end zone, but he didn't catch it. But he had a nice target amount against Pittsburgh. Another tight end I like is real cheap. One guy you want to put in your lineup, he's cheap. Let me see. The guy that he's playing with. This is a new guy. He played with in Denver. Played pretty good the other night. Noah Fane, I'm sorry. That's the guy, man. The guy you want to put in your lineup. He's cheap. If you want to go cheap at tight end to somebody, you want to just look at. And at the defense position, I'm just going to keep it like it's New England Patriots, 4,300. They've been playing like crazy. I just don't know right now. New England Patriots, man, they got 18 sacks already, 3 touchdowns, and 10 interceptions. These guys playing like dogs, but at the end of the day, New England ain't played nobody. Pittsburgh, the Jets, Miami. They ain't really play nobody to just make me like feel like they're a dominant defense, but they has priced up this week. The Chicago Bears defense, they playing in London, going against Oakland Raiders, like them a lot. And another defense that I do like, it's either way. I like Buffalo Bills defense. How they shut Tom Brady down last week, man. It was like, he had, I think 100 something yards, maybe 150, 160, I'm not for sure. He was in an interception. Definitely like the Bills defense, Titans defense too. If Josh Allen don't play, they got Barkley. Get the Titans defense. They gonna put that pressure on. They gonna get sacked. Go get the Titans defense. And another defense I like that's pretty cheap is the Carolina Panthers defense at home against Jacksonville. Do not see wrong with playing them. And man, it's about the plays that I do like, man. And this is about it with my video. Hopefully this video been helpful for you guys. I'm just giving you guys great picks and everything. If you like the video, you like the content, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell. And I'm dropping videos and just trying to get people to the green line so you'll be successful at DFS and you be able to win money on money. Just be confident. If you like if you like somebody, play them. Don't doubt yourself, you know. I don't been down road doubting myself, didn't play people, and then I played some people that worked out pretty good. I mean, I try to play, make decent lineups so I can, at the end of the day, come back and win money. You know, I always want to win, not lose. I want to have more losses. I'm have more wins than losses. That's how I look at it right there. At the end of the day, man, this your boy Rome back with DFS Greatness. Until next time, I'm out. Good luck, everyone. Um, if you got some plays that you like that I didn't mention in the video, just put it in the comment section and I will get back to you. Also, you follow me on Twitter at DFS Greatness on Twitter. Until next time, I'm out. Good luck, everyone.